Hello, welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thank you very much for tuning in and selecting my channel among the billions on YouTube. And yes, we're going to explore again the wonderful world of pens. And you see three rotating in front of you from a company that I had not been aware of before, Scriveiner. They're out of the United Kingdom, and they reached out to me, here's an email, and asking me if I would like to review some of their pens. I checked out the website and I said, sure. So they sent me three. There they are. The two smaller ones are their everyday carry model, which I'm very impressed with. And the one in the middle is the more classic pen. This video is going to focus on the two everyday carries. I think they're just a great design. They did an interesting approach with two different metals, two different weights. So we're going to dive in and look at these. They have great packaging, and they're on Amazon. What more can you say? Lots of options for you to enjoy. Mr. Crab is going to wink at you, and we're going to move on. I always appreciate it when I get a little handwritten note along with my pens. Yes, thank you. Exactly what I say to all of my viewers. That's good. Thank you, Brad, for these pens. So all the pens come in this nice, sturdy cardboard box. This just slides off, and you'll see the pen. This is that copper everyday carry. And if we lift it up, here we find a cartridge in a nice little envelope, the warranty information, and a nice little instructional booklet, which is always good to get. Now it's going to cover all the different pens in a few different languages. So that's what's nice. And here's the English one. So let's take a closer look at these very interesting everyday carry pens. I love the kind of Art Deco design on the clip. The top finial has S for Scriveiner. And they follow the same color theme throughout the pen, very consistent, which I think is very nice aesthetically. And we have another symbol there on the cap band, and the name of the company opposite that, which is, again, a nice little touch. As we look at the bottom of the barrel, we'll see some threads there, so obviously this is a screw-to-post pen, which is nice in an everyday carry because it gives you a secure place to put the cap as you might be out and about and need to post. So this pen is considerably lighter than this pen because of the materials it's made out of. This is anodized aluminum, and this is a brass pen with an interesting bronze, maybe copper finish on it. I'll try to verify that when I do more investigations. So let's uncap this one. Whoop. 3/4 of a turn, which is great. You can see those kind of blocky threads there. And this pen, great. It fits in the hand without posting. And even though this is the heavier of the two pens, it feels good in the hand. As we mentioned, it's just like a half a turn to post at. And it does add weight to the pen, but it's still very usable as an everyday writer. Kudos to Scriveiner. These are the two inks I've decided to use. I think you can guess which goes into which pen. And here they are on a paper towel after I wiped off the nibs and filling them. There's the jade and there's the bronze, both fairly saturated inks. Let's see how they work on those medium nibs. Nice. So both of these nibs write well. They're smooth, very little feedback. So from that perspective, they're good writing instruments for those that enjoy that type of writing experience. As we saw, or as we will see, depending upon what order I put these little clips in, they're both labeled medium Schmidt nibs, but this one is definitely a little bit of a wider line than this one. So there's some variations. This one's closer to a fine nib than it is to medium, and this is a medium, generous medium. They're both fairly wet with these Robert Oster inks, and they work well without posting, as you probably saw from my writing. Yeah, I'm not a poster, but it's nice from an everyday carry perspective that they do screw to post, and that works well. Here's my normal disassembly of pens that I get. I enjoy completely cleaning the nib and feed out, removing it from the section, however that comes about. You notice the nice threaded converters, very well made, and as we notice, they're branded. These are well-made pens, easy to maintain, and certainly qualify as everyday carries. In looking at these pens, they're both labeled M for medium nibs, but the nib on the left here has much more tipping material than the nib on the right. Nothing to do with Scrivener, but that's one of the things about Schmidt nibs, at least from these two examples, not very consistent. We'll see what kind of line they put down. So you may ask, Chris, why would I consider purchasing these pens if I do find them interesting? Well, number one, they're sold on Amazon. You get Prime, potentially one-day delivery, and you have the guarantee warranty from Scrivener, which is pretty inclusive. And then you also get the support of Amazon as a selling platform, so you should be satisfied and happy with your purchase. And that makes the pen different than other pens that you might be looking at that are in this same family. But, you know, it's a decision you have to make, depending upon what you enjoy, what you like, your level of risk, because buying different pens from different platforms all have their level of risk associated with it. And I think buying on Amazon has the lowest level of risk of the different platforms, assuming that's a selling platform that you are familiar with, aware of, and comfortable with. Give it a shot. So now it's time for some wrap-up, editorial comments, dimensions. Here they are. And a summary of my experiences with these Scrivener EDC pens. Well, my first response is they're both very well made. I very much enjoy the different elements and how they come together. I like the fact that they made this aluminum one, which is slightly lighter than the brass one. And I'm calling this the copper finish brass. And this is a green aluminum one. The aluminum one comes in a number of different anodized colors. So I think this is a pen that if you're in the market for something like this as an everyday carry, you enjoy metal pens. Maybe you don't like one that's really heavy, so you can get one that's a little bit lighter. So I find these pens to be unique, at least in my experience of the pen world. That makes them in a special spot. It's important to me how this pen feels in your hand. How well does it write? Do you enjoy writing with it? Because that's what pens are for. Writing, drawing, doodling, sketching. So we've reached the conclusion of this video. I hope it finds everyone safe, healthy, and happy, enjoying your pens, enjoying your life, enjoying every day. Fun for me. So with that, thank you for viewing. It's the end. Bye-bye.